Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello to any new subscribers. Don't forget to click subscribe down below. And today I'm going to be telling a story time. So if you want to hear what I've got to say, keep on watching. So hey guys, how are you? Today I thought I'd just do something personal which I've never actually spoke about on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a few years now, but I haven't been on consistently. I'd probably say in the last year and a half, I've been doing consistency because I've always just come on and jumped off, and I've always had a few questions like about relationships and about past relationships. And I think sometimes on YouTube you can, obviously you do videos to put yourself out there to the world for people to judge, but sometimes it's quite hard to tell your story and really I don't know, tell something personal without it being really cringy or really like, I don't know, it's hard to get certain things across. So when people ask me about past relationships, I've been like, I don't even tell people who I work with, or I don't know, people in my ordinary life, just to, I don't know, I feel because it's so mad. But I thought I'll do this video today just to see if you guys like this story time and you want to hear the rest of it, or part 2, you can let me know. So I thought I'll just do it because I've been on YouTube for a while now, and I thought why not just put it out there. Anyways, let me get on because this video is going to be quite long and I want to keep it cute. But if you guys want to hear the rest of the story, let me know and I'll continue it, because I can't tell all of it because this is my life in a year. So to condense it down into less than 20 minutes is impossible. But anyway, actually it was probably when I just moved to uni and I started seeing someone, because I wasn't really working because it was my first and second year of uni, and obviously girls, that student loan it kind of hits you here and there if you don't spend it in the first round. But anyway, yeah, I was seeing this guy. He didn't really live here. I think he was back and forth from London to what's that, Reading, that's it. And I was seeing him for like a year, a bit more on and off. And how did we meet? We met ages ago, like I think it might have been in a chat room, or when chat rooms were popping, girl, when chat rooms were popping, or it could have been on an app, I don't know. And what had happened was, I'm gonna call him Jonathan for now, because I'm not going to reveal his real name just in case any of his family members are watching. You never know who's watching you. And okay, we've seen each other for a year more, and I really liked this guy. It was someone I've liked, it was someone who I really liked for a while since my nan passed away, and it was someone I could really relax with. And what had happened was, we've been seeing each other for a year or more, and he would come down from Reading to come and chill with me in London. I would never really go to Reading to go and see him, just because I didn't have my car in London at the time, and I thought, babe, who's going to Reading? Like, who has got the physical time to go to Reading? And it's dead anyway. I don't know. Do black people even live in Reading? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he would come down here. Would always go and chill. But the only thing is, like, it would always be like he would come down for a night, we'd stay in a hotel, because we couldn't stay in my dorms because the rooms were just like, it was basically like an ant box. The rooms were tight, and we would go to like restaurants, but they would be really low key. We wouldn't really go out like out like clubbing or like bars or anything, or normally we'd be like back in the hotel chilling, go for food, go for a drink. But I was seeing this guy for like a while, and I felt that we had quite a good connection, but like certain things weren't right. Basically, like I could never really get in touch with him from like 9 to like 4. Like his phone would always go to like a dead tone, and like he was the one really contacting me. Even it was a relationship, but I felt that like he was more in control. So after 5, I would hear from him. Certain times of the day, he would message me here and there, but like WhatsApp messages wouldn't go through. So, you know, this was even before the tick, so you wouldn't even know if a message had been delivered or not. This was before the tick went blue, so this was back a day. But anyway, I just find it quite weird, and it's been a year or more now, and things have been going quite well. I think we took our first holiday to, where was it to? I think he might have been to Istanbul, but it but it ended mad because in the middle of the trip he had to suddenly go, and I was in Istanbul by myself. It was crazy. But anyway, carrying on from that, everything was really good. Like, even though I didn't really hear from him as much as I wanted to, I felt like it was quite cool because I was at uni, he was doing his own thing at work in Reading. It wasn't too much, because I feel like when you're with someone and you see them every single day and you're with them 24 hours a day, it can get a bit dry. You're like, I need my space. And I'm the kind of person that, like, I love my space. Even like, I live like in a shared house, but I love, like, because coming home to my room, coming home to sleep by myself, I love that. But don't get me wrong, a cuddle and a snuggle is good here and there, but I love my own space. And yeah, so the whole Istanbul madness happened, and the whole Istanbul madness happened, and we're going great. And then everything was cool. Like, we were in love. We would see each other like twice a week, so mainly on weekends. It would always be like a Friday to Monday situation, or a Friday to Sunday night. It was different hotels. But what I found weird was, every time we wanted to go out, he would be like, oh, can we go somewhere like off radar? Like, we wouldn't go to a SDK, we wouldn't go to another cafe, we wouldn't go to a Hakkasan. It always had to be like not so in the center, not so popular. And I just thought, that's weird. It's so weird. But I didn't think anything of it, because sometimes going to busy places are just not cute, and I'm not really looking to see loads of people when I go out. It's just, you know what I mean? I like to keep my relationships private. But, you know, I didn't really mind. Then anyway, I just thought, okay, weird. Then one day, things just went weird. Like, I didn't hear from him for ages. Like, it might have been 2 weeks, and I was like, babe, is this guy dead? Like, first of all, I didn't even know where he worked, so that was stupid of me. I know he worked in like insurance or something mad like that, but I didn't know where. You know, sometimes you just don't ask questions, because it's just like, okay, you're making your money, you're doing what you gotta do. And then I didn't hear from him for ages, and I was just like, okay, I was trying to WhatsApp him, but I didn't get any reply. I tried to email him, but I didn't get any reply. I was just trying to ring him, but it was just going dead. And I thought, okay, this guy is dead. Like, he's like proper dead. And then I was like, okay, maybe he's just over it, or he's found someone else, because that's what the gay dating seems like. Someone can like you in like for the next 2 months, and the next minute you're like old news. You're like over there, like over there in the trash. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I got on with my life. I didn't hear from him for ages. Obviously I was really upset. I just sort of went out a lot, went to bars, went to clubs. I was just sort of like, okay, whatever. It was kind of upsetting, just because like I'd really liked him and he had known quite a lot about me. And you know, when you go for a journey with someone, it's actually quite nice, because I felt like I could be myself with him. So I was just a bit like, okay. So after that, don't get me wrong, I'm still trying to hit him up, still trying to ring him off a different number, because you know, sometimes you can block people off your iPhone, like anyway. So I didn't hear from him for ages, and then I remember I was in my English literature lesson. I was getting like like my phone was ringing and ringing. I could feel it vibrating in my pocket, and I was like, who's ringing me? Oh my god, it must be my mom. Is it an emergency? Is it crazy? So I literally got out my lecture, I literally answered the phone, then I was like, hello, hello, hello. And then it was like, hello. I was like, hello. And then it was this woman like, who is this? And I was like, this is Gary. Who is this? Then she was like, what was her name? I don't know what this, she's not a bitch, but I'm not sure what this woman's name was, but she was like, ugh, it's Lucy, like, who is this? And I was like, you're the one that rang me. Why are you asking me who I am? I'm in uni. Please, if this is some kind of insurance call or some kind of PPI claim, get off my line. So then this woman's like, actually, I found your number in my husband's phone. What? Excuse me, who's your husband? I was like, on swim. Then she was like, my husband's called Paul. And I was like, I don't know any Paul, like, what are you talking about? Then she's like, wow, well, this, what did she say? She goes, wow, this will sound familiar. You stayed at the, where did we stay? Oh, where did we stay? You stayed at the Rosewood Hotel in London, something like that. And I was like, holy shit. First of all, it's clicking. I was like, I've only been to the hotel once. And I was like, shit, it was with the guy, but he obviously told me a fake name. And I was like, and I was like, I've got to go because obviously I was in lecture and I was like, I can't miss it because obviously it was something important. I was like, let me ring you back after. And she was like, no, I want to talk to you now. And I was like, so I thought, okay, let me just speak to her because it's now. I want to find out everything. I was like, so why are you ringing me? And like, I haven't heard from him. And she was just like, I just want to know what's going on. Like, have you been seeing him? I've found text messages, I've found pictures. I just want to know what's really, really going on. And I was like, I don't really know what to say to you because I've been seeing him for like, well, she did ask how long you've been seeing him, and I was like, I kind of lied, and I was like, I've been seeing him for like 6 to 8 months. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, I'm sure. And she was like, well, I found messages, I found pictures, I've got bank details. I think he's really stupid because they had a joint account. How would he not realize that she would find out? So I was like, okay. I was actually like getting a bit lightheaded. I felt weak. It was just too much, and I was like, okay, this is a lot for me to take in. Like, can you just tell me what's going on? Who is this guy? He's told me his name's this, and I'm just like, okay, what's actually going on? And she was like, we've been married for like 3 years. We've got a baby girl. You got a what? A baby girl. And I was like, oh. Okay, so this situation has gone from 0 to 100 in just in a matter of seconds, and I was just like, oh, I don't know. I couldn't get my head around it. This guy, first of all, he's married, so he lied about that. He lied about his name, which is 2, and third of all, he had just had a newborn baby. This was actually, I just felt like, it kind of felt like someone had just died. I don't know why, because it was just, you know when you get that phone call and it's just so shocking that it drains all your energy. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I'm not sure what you want me to say. It was too much because I wanted to ask her questions, but at the same time, I just wanted to get off the phone. I was just like, I don't want to hear anymore. I don't care. I haven't heard from him in about 3 weeks, so... Anyway, she kept going on and she was just like, how long have you been seeing each other again? She just kept saying, I was like, I've told you bitch, like, I've told you how long we've been seeing each other. And she was like, have you had sex? And I was like, I just told you we've been seeing each other for 6 to 8 months. If we hadn't have had sex in them kind of months, what has been going down? And then she just started crying. It was just awful. Then she put down the phone and I was just like, oh God, why me? This was something, I felt like I was on a reality TV show. Like, was this Love and Hip Hop? Was this like, of course, obviously Love and Hip Hop wasn't out then. Guys, it was just too much. This is why I didn't really tell anyone about any relationships, because I haven't had a good track record, and it was probably one of the biggest situations that have ever happened in my life. And, guys. Oh my God, something's in my eye. But anyway, after that, she didn't ring me for about a few hours. Then, hold on, I don't want to get emotional. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I got back home and I haven't heard from her. I tried to bring her back, but she wasn't answering. And then another person called me, and I just knew it was him. I just knew. And then it was off some different numbers, and I was like, hello, and he was just like, hey, and I was like, hello, and I was saying hello, even though I knew it was him. And he was like, hey, and then I was like, who is this? And he was like, you know who it is? And I was just like, why is your wife calling me? Why are you married? And why do I feel like everything you've ever told me is a lie? And then he was just like, I've screwed up, like, I don't know what to say. Oh, he said more than that, but I can't remember. And I was just like, I feel like this is so messy. This is a situation that I shouldn't be in. I am 23. Was I 23? I don't know. I might have been 23, 24. I'm 23 years old. I do not need this bullshit. And then he was like, I'm sorry. I was like, why are you even ringing me to apologize now when your wife has already rang me and told me the whole situation? This is complete mess. This is a complete mess. And I'm like, I just didn't want to hear it. So I put down the phone, and then what happened after that? He didn't ring me, No, he was trying to ring me and I just kept rejecting it because I didn't want to hear about it. I just didn't want to hear. Guys, telling this story has actually drained me. It's just too much. If you guys want to hear part 2, I will say it, but because I've just filmed this video beforehand, it's just been too draining. But let me guys know if you want to hear part 2. It was a lot just to say that just then. It was a lot because the whole situation was crazy. Because first of all, I don't deal with married men. I've never ever been with a married man ever, and I'm just not about the whole breaking up a family situation. If you're down low, and you obviously, sometimes people have had to get into situations just because they haven't been able to tell their families, or they come from a strict religious background, and I get that, but just don't bring me in that kind of circle of mess, because I'm not about it. It's too draining, it's too much, and I just feel like I'm over it. So I didn't speak to him for a few days. But if you guys want to hear part 2, let me know. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here because it was a lot to just tell that story then, because I had to go way back. But let me guys know if you want to hear more, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching this story time part 1, and let me guys know if you want to hear more.